Is it weird to take a hat into a change room?
Oh my
try it
God.
out?
Yes. It's very weird.
Hello and welcome to The Great Beyond and Is This Good Companion Pod, where I catch up with my friend and yours. Apparently, I'm being told, getting a message through my earpiece here, he's in a great mood. It's Jason Doyle.
Hello, I am in a great mood. Thanks for asking. Thanks for bringing that up.
Oh, well, I think sometimes we should, bring our issues to the pod and get them out in the open, air them out, pretend no one's listening.
Okay,
sure. Just talk to me, baby. What's wrong?
It's been a week,
Yeah.
Whatever. That's it.
Season hasn't even started yet, though.
Yeah, I know. Skeets keeps reminding me that it's 20 years, our 20th season.
Now, when you walked in with in a little bit of a mood, and I said, I bet I know why you're in a bad mood, that was going to be my guess. That you keep being reminded that you've been working in podcasting for 20 years.
Yeah, I mean, that's something to be celebrated.
Mm-hmm.
And
if it is, why do you seem so reticent to celebrate it?
I don't know. I'm happy about it. What? It's fine. It's fine. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, Rachel, let's bring you in here. You know him better than anyone. Does that sound like a man who's celebrating?
No. He may have a bee in his bonnet because he told me today he ordered 10 t-shirts. And I was like, what the fuck do you need 10 t-shirts for? You have 60 upstairs. I think he's a little crusty that I gave him shit about it.
Okay, and now he's going to be even angrier that you brought it up on the podcast, how daddy loves his t-shirts.
Listen,
now, are these one t-shirt and you bought it in every color?
Yeah.
It's just a block color, basics?
That's exactly what I went to a website. I went to a famous clothier. No. Clothier? I don't know. Like a store.
You can say clothier.
Yeah, a place where...
But bonobos.com?
No, it's more of a... this place has retail outlets.
Okay, well, I have to tell you, Bonobos does have some retail outlets, especially in yeah. Okay. So perhaps a Banana Republic.
No.
That's fancy.
Okay, let me put it this way. Here's two hints. No, first hint. A man of my age should not be shopping at this particular establishment. Okay,
Hot topic.
Number one. Okay, close. Number two, the irony of me buying 10 t-shirts is that there used to be dudes who would hang out in front of this place wearing no shirt.
No, did I inspire you to go to Abercrombie?
You did.
Oh, wow.
Actually, well, that and also I know that our man Trey, he frequents the what do we call it?
The mall store known as Abercrombie and Fitch.
Yes. Look. My body is going through changes, and I need some fucking shirts that fit me. And I didn't want anything with like anything on them. Like usually I just buy like, oh look, my fucking jack off fucking normal t-shirt seller with that has all the funny crazy sayings. They've got shirts on for $11. Hey, yeah, finally I could buy some fucking clothes. And then I just buy a bunch of clothes with fucking Pee Wee Herman.
Well, that was an impression of yourself?
Yes.
I was like, what is this that he's doing?
No, it's me. That's me shopping.
He's going through... He's going through a growth spurt right now.
He's going through a growth spurt.
Listen.
You're getting all your clever little t-shirts that say, like, who farted and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. So I just want some plain t-shirts that actually fit me. And, yeah, so that's what I did. And so I bought a 5-pack, but, of course, it's like, whatever. I have to get a certain threshold to get free shipping. So I'm just like, fine, I'll just throw another pack in there.
Yeah.
Got free shipping. I don't know. What's wrong with that?
I mean, I think you did it right.
Okay.
You needed an item.
Thank you.
You found a thing you liked, and then you bought multiples of it.
Right.
To secure your safety in the t-shirt department.
Exactly.
Henceforth.
Thank you.
Now, you didn't get the ones with the little Abercrombie moose on them,
Nope.
right?
There are just essential t-shirts. That's it.
So rainbow of colors?
Of sorts.
Muted. They're muted colors.
Absolutely muted, yeah.
Now, are you concerned as a man that wears graphic tees that is going through changes? Sometimes, this is a little secret from the Department of Boy Who Wears T-shirt in Pool, is boy who wears big graphic T-shirt to sort of gird his protrusions and lumps.
You're hiding your tits.
Hiding your tits is the technical term.
I'm terrified of it, to be honest. The last time
I'm surprised you're going from graphic tee to just plain tee. Not even pocketed tee. Sometimes the pocket, you wear the pocket over your least good tit. You know, Rachel, everyone's got one they're less proud of, isn't that right?
Oh, yeah. Have you ever seen a picture of Georgia O'Keeffe? She's got one that's totally, she did have one that was totally a different size than the other. But which one do you think she preferred? Small one or big one? I don't know. Who knows?
Now,
really?
Do you have access to the Georgia O'Keeffe nudes, or is this just a clothed picture and through the T-shirt you can tell?
I have multiple books on her work, and there's one that involves photography done by her husband/partner, and she's just straight up bare-chested.
Oh, okay. She's got the goat head over the titties.
You can't see her head.
She loved a goat skull, Rachel, and I won't pretend she doesn't.
No, it's beautiful. Beautiful paintings.
You can't tell that it's her?
No, but it says in the writing that this was, unless I'm dreaming. I had the book so long I dreamt it was a picture of her.
Wow. Interesting. Okay.
Now, it's interesting because this is a woman, Georgia O'Keeffe, fascinated with the female. Well, I could just say vagina. I don't need to say female vagina. But fascinated by the vagina, correct? From an art history perspective.
Well, she denied it, but, I mean, come on.
She denied it?
I think, that it wasn't
Well, this wasn't a very good book if they're like, we asked her about the whole vagina thing, seeing as how all she seems to paint is skulls and vaginas, and she said no. They weren't vaginas.
This isn't
they were just flowers that were opening and blooming in a sense at 11 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think she profusely denied it forever.
Right.
But there was denial. Anyway.
I went to the Georgia O'Keeffe Museum in Santa Fe. Highly recommend.
I would love to go there. That would be amazing.
All right. Next pod, we're doing it from the Georgia O'Keeffe Museum. After our glowing reviews of her work, I'm sure they'll prepare a room for us. I just met a woman, and Jill and I were together, and anyways, we start small talking with her, and then find out like, oh, what do you do? She's like, oh, I'm doing my PhD. Oh, in what? Art history. Oh, why LA? Well, I got a fellowship at the Getty. The Getty, very big, important museum here. Oh, that's so interesting. Any time period? Yes, I'm doing mid-20th century art that involves technology and mechanical movements. And anyways, I tell you the story only to be like, as soon as she was saying this, I was like racking my brain. I was like, say one artist.
Just to
maybe 1940 to 1980 that like plausibly used technology in their work. Something. You gotta go something. Like Da Vinci, no! But you developed a helicopter. That was years before.
Just a few. Just a couple.
So that I'm like, finally I'm like, James Turrell? A guy I do know. I've seen his work and he does a lot of stuff about astronomy kind of and lights. And she was like, yeah, that's someone. And I was like, but no. She's like, no. And I was like, well, I tried. Anyways, maybe we start an art history channel in the Discord, right?
Okay.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Now, Rachel, producing the show, Rachel Doyle, of course. And she even brought her own box in. Now, that's not a George O'Keeffe reference. Before she was
talking about my box?
But, wait a minute. Are you referring to your box?
No. She brought her box in, like her Zoom box in.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I said that's not a Georgia O'Keeffe joke.
Right.
Because box is a synonym for other stuff.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? It's great that I had to explain it. Anyways, Rachel, as the producer of the show, I'm sure you've noticed something very different about me.
Oh my gosh, I finally get to see your beautiful porcelain skin.
That's right. And why is that? Because I have fiber.
Yes. Woo woo.
Welcome
So
to
I will no longer be
2019.
accepting complaints from the Atlanta department of this show.
You look great. I mean, the frame rate is blazing fast. Like, usually you're... but now you're...
Yeah.
I thought that was just how you were.
Yeah, I can see every pore.
Usually I miss your snide remarks because I don't,
Yeah.
the audio's not coming in clear.
That's right.
Then I go back and listen to the show, which I don't ever really do. And I'm like, wow, did they edit that? Did they punch up this podcast?
Yeah, we do pickups after we're done. It's like, okay, remember when he said this? Yeah.
I got oh boy, do I have a zinger for him. Now, I'm supposed to be getting 1,000 megabits per second down.
Okay.
And the key with fiber is 1,000 megabits per second up. I'm getting nowhere near that.
Yeah.
Nowhere near
But
that.
you're probably
I'm
getting...
maxing out at 600 each.
Okay, but that's like 10 times faster than it was before, right?
Actually, I think it was 20 times faster on the
Wow.
upload. I think
Yeah,
I usually had about
yeah.
30, 35 megabits per second. But here's the thing. When are we going to stop this scam of buying 1,000 megabits per second and never getting it? Never. Never once will you get the thing that you paid for.
Okay. I'm pretty close. You have to hardwire.
Oh my God. Did the phone company get to you, JD? Because this is they go, I show the guy that's installing it, and I'm like, oh, it's saying, 600 down, 600 up.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, because 1,000's the speed that's going to the router. But then your phone wirelessly is not, it's losing some, what's the tech? It's in the air, it's evaporating.
Yeah, it's going through the air instead of going through the
Okay.
fiber that you're paying for.
Since you work for fucking AT&T, let me ask you this question then. Isn't it your router, your AT&T router that is beaming this signal to my phone?
Yeah.
If so, why is it losing nearly half the bits?
Well, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I don't know, because it's going through the air. It's being
going through the
shared.
air.
The 1,000 refers to going to your house, and then what happens in your house with the router is where you are in the house.
But don't you think it's interesting that when I do a speed test, I have to do it from my phone or computer? I can't do a speed test on the router.
No, but you can on their app. What are you with? What is this? Do you not want to say?
Oh, the smart home manager tool? Yeah. It doesn't work. The speed test does not work, and I think they're hiding the information from me. Okay. I'm having to do a speed test just through the speed test app.
Right.
Even though this claims I can do a speed test.
Right.
It's not working.
Okay. Well, anyways, you look good.
But I look good.
You look good. You sound good. And I'm sure that... Have you turned your TV on?
Start a speed test.
Oh, here we go.
Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. You see? Does it take this long?
Yes, it always takes this long.
Okay, well then I'm going to put it down and I'm going to tell you what happens in an hour.
The real question is, have you watched a movie or something on your TV? Like,
no, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
No, I haven't. Actually, no, because we just got this on Monday, and it's during the week, JD. We're not watching movies all the time, okay? I don't know what you're doing over there.
Sometimes
you'll hear what I've been up to.
Okay.
Now, another thing I'd like to complain about is no one you don't have cable TV, correct?
No.
Okay. So it used to be the cable guy would come over, and I consider the internet guy the cable guy.
For sure.
In a sense.
Yeah.
I know it's not a cable. It's fiber optics. It's a fiber optic cable, so he technically is the cable.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It's not
this guy,
coax.
by the way, very precious about the fiber optic cable.
What's that?
He was very precious about his fiber optic cable. He was like, don't touch the back of the machine. Don't touch this cable.
Okay.
He said it's made of glass.
I think that's true.
Okay.
But I don't actually know.
You'll believe anything, I guess.
I mean, yeah, they're very precious about it, but my fiber optic goes just willy-nilly off the side of my house to a rusted old telephone pole across the street. So
As does mine.
It's just dangling in the wind. I mean, I don't know.
It's a dangling.
It's a dangling.
So, what I was going to say is, like, you know when the cable guy would come over, you'd be extra nice to the cable guy?
Yeah, of course.
And, like, people would be like, hey, if you slip the cable guy 50, he'll give you a Cinemax or something like that. There's nothing to ask for anymore.
Have you done that before? Like, bribe the cable guy?
I don't think I've outright bribed, but I've, like... I think I might have, actually. Like, not start with slipping him the 50, but been like, hey, you want some water? Like, super crazy. Hey,
turn off the speed test. You're glitching out over here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. Speed test, go away. So that's the thing? You can't test the speed while you're using the speed?
I don't know. I'm just blaming it on that.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah. I would go up to the cable guy and be like, it looks like you have a big piss inside of you. You want to use my bathroom? Things like this.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, just extra hospitable.
Yeah. And if we develop a rapport, then I'll say maybe for what would it take?
Right.
And how many hand jobs have you given to the cable guy, Matt?
Well, none.
Oh.
But not above it.
Yeah.
So
really,
back in the day, we don't need it anymore. Anyways,
that's true.
I give him a 20 to get, like, hey, brother, you can get me 100 extra megabits per second. Like, what am I paying? I don't know. It's like
for 20,
right?
And of course, I offered him water.
Yes.
And I offered him to pee. I didn't offer him to pee, but I noticed he didn't pee, and I'm like, well, what's going on here? When are you peeing?
How long was he there for?
2.5 hours. Because he was in the house for maybe like 15 minutes.
Right.
But he had to, because the fiber's new in the neighborhood, he had to get it from whatever pole it's at and bring it, like 100 feet down this driveway.
What did you say? Do you want to use my bathroom?
No, I didn't ask him, but I was just a little offended that he didn't want to.
Wait, you did ask him? What?
I don't need to ask him. He should say...
What?
He should take his hat off and hold it to his heart and say, humbly, sir, may I ask to use your bathroom?
Very confused.
I've never had a cable person ask to use my bathroom.
Really? But they're just going appointment to appointment to appointment every day. They're in a truck. There's no bathroom in the truck. Well, where are they peeing?
McDonald's? I don't know.
I told you about how when we moved from Toronto to Atlanta, and remember they offered us this service where they were like, we'll send people to pack up your house for you.
Yeah.
For free.
Yeah.
Which freaked me out. I was like, I don't trust them to pack up my my precious crystals.
Yeah.
But whatever, it was free, so I was like, sure. So those people were there all day, like rolling up the glasses, packing them, and then moving them out. And it was three very large men. And they each took the most destructive dump. Like, thank God I was moving. Like, I was hiding in my, room, sitting on the bed on my laptop trying to work as I just heard them, they're chitter-chattering. They're there all day.
Yeah.
And they were just talking about how hungover they were, how they had been to KFC in the morning.
Oh, my God.
And just, like, talking about their massive dumps. It smelled so bad. I don't want that, but...
Yeah.
You need to pack your own medication when someone's moving your stuff because we had some lifted. Mind you, it was good stuff. Like from my C-section, I had Oxy.
Someone stole your Oxys?
Yeah. I mean, it's
on
probably...
which end do you think? Atlanta or...
No, Toronto.
On the Toronto end.
Yeah,
interesting.
Huh. Yep.
And you were saving those for a special occasion.
Just for,
frankly.
You never know.
You never know.
Yeah.
I hear they're great.
So you never took one?
I didn't.
I think they gave you one right after.
Yeah.
That was it.
I didn't really. Yeah. Anyway.
So
I've only taken those once in my life, and I think I was too young to really need to disappear into the world. It was after my wisdom teeth. I had Percocets.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is good, but
Percocets aren't Oxy, dude.
Yeah, it's an opioid though.
It's Oxy's even stronger.
Yeah. Percocets,
especially if you scrape the coating off, and then it doesn't time release. You want to get that hit right away.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I didn't know that trick.
Percocets they gave me for shingles.
Oh.
And all it did was make my pain go away.
I never.
Like flying.
All it did was make my day-to-day life tolerable for once.
I don't hear
20 seasons of podcasting. I wish I could numb myself to the pain.
Is that
Libsyn,
do they have Percocets here?
Spotify.
I don't know. I don't
that
think
a
they give them.
Canadian?
They don't give them out anymore.
I mean, they don't have Robaxacet here.
yeah,
That's a nice treat to bring home every time we go home.
JD, you should just list out all the podcast hosting platforms you've been on
Oh, okay. That'd be.
as a nice like remembrance of how far you've come in the industry. It could be said that you are one of the oldest. I don't mean oldest in terms of age. I mean oldest in terms of experience. That you're one of the oldest podcast producers in the world. It's not crazy to say that.
Yes. Like most experienced and actual oldest.
You feel like the kids are passing you by now, though?
No, I don't.
You don't? You don't think they've got new
yeah,
ideas?
of course. I mean,
new
yes.
techniques?
Yes, of course. Of
Yeah.
course.
They're using the AI filters that you're so reticent to use.
Yeah. Well, I've started using an AI tool just yesterday.
To write your bits for this show?
No. Yeah, when you see a marked improvement, then you'll know I've been starting to use AI. No, for captions, I've started.
Okay.
I'm messing around with an AI. I mean, we were anyways. I mean, it's an auto-generated caption maker on Premiere.
But it
Yeah.
seems like it's less work.
This is a little bit more. It's faster. It's a little more accurate, and you can animate the text. Anyways, boring. Yeah,
Boring.
fucking doing this for a very long time.
Well, congratulations to you.
My favorite podcasting hosting platform, Libsyn, by far.
Oh, Libsyn.
Libsyn.
We hardly knew ye.
Still around, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
So, Rachel, what did you get him for his 20th anniversary?
It's the 20th anniversary is literally a year and a bit from now. That's the thing.
Oh.
No, it's in January.
No, that's 19. That's the 19th anniversary of the show.
Oh.
Wait, so why are we saying 20?
Because
20
it's
seasons?
the 20th. This is the 20th season because we started mid-season of the 2005-06 season.
Okay. Well, I think it's fine. Just say it.
Oh no, I'm fine with it too.
It gets the
Listen.
people going.
Exactly. Like I said on today's show, we'll be celebrating our 20th anniversary for the next 2.5 years, which is fine.
Yeah, just like a farewell tour.
Yes, it may very well be a farewell tour.
You never know. You never
You
know.
never
Pick it up. That's why we have to enjoy every podcast.
Every podcast, every moment.
Yeah.
Was that
Just gonna take it.
Who sang that song? Every moment. Back, we used that.
Sugar Ray?
No.
That's every morning.
Every
every moment.
is Rogue Wave.
Rogue Wave.
Yeah. Download that one, everybody.
Download that one. Go and stream that one. Okay?
Yeah, download it. Listen to me. I'm so fucking old.
You're so.
Hey, you should download that track, everybody. Go to Napster.
You're gonna want to load up your Kazaa and get this hot new track. Go down to Sam Goody. I hesitate to ask, did anything good happen to you, JD? Anything that could possibly cheer you up if you talk about it, or not really?
What happened? Oh, yeah.
Your
Hey, guess
t-shirts,
what?
you mentioned those.
Got Skeets out on the pickleball court.
Okay.
Yeah. It's fun.
I
Well,
watched.
normally I would ban pickleball talk, but I suppose you're in a bad mood, so I'll let you have it.
No, that's the end of the story.
Oh, that's the end of the story.
You don't even want to say
He
how fabulous you both were.
He subbed in. I was
cheering.
We didn't win, and he was not the reason we didn't win. He was great. He's
Okay.
he's just a natural athlete.
He's a good at. He's an
and then
natural.
his creative juices, but his competitive juices start flowing, and then he's just he's intense.
Yeah, it was fun to watch
It
you
was
guys.
great.
You were playing against strangers.
Yeah, I was. I needed a sub for my league. And it was-
Oh, interesting. So someone on your team didn't show.
my partner was out of town, so
Okay.
so
Well, I guess he's not very committed.
she actually, and it was her birthday. Jenny is my partner. Shout out to Jenny. She's probably
Okay.
listening to this. Anyway, I let her down. It was me that let her down, not Skeets. Skeets was great. He sent a clip. He posted a clip and tagged Tyson Apostle famous Survivor winner and pickleball player. And Tyson said, hey, it's pretty good. Not bad.
Very cool. I guess. Those are two things I don't really care about.
Hey, you asked me if something good happened, so I'm telling you something good happened, okay?
And I'm trying to put myself in your shoes. How would I feel if Tyson Apostle, a man whose name I did not know until 30 seconds ago, said I looked good playing pickleball?
Listen, this guy is almost as famous for being into pickleball as he is being a winner of Survivor. That's not true, but...
Does he still do the MLP podcast?
No.
Oh. Okay.
So who is Pickleball Jesus if he's one of the apostles?
That's Ben Johns, obviously. But,
obviously.
Obviously Ben Johns. So that's the only thing that's keeping you in good spirits, losing at pickleball?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yesterday was a bit of a doozy. That beautiful picture we posted of that giant cyst that we had removed off of Sweet Cosmo. It broke open, and he had to go back and get it all fucking stitched up again. Oh, and it makes this is what I'm saying. Like, why wouldn't you stitch it the first time? Why you staple it?
Wait, they didn't stitch it?
No, they used staples, and they didn't put a bandage over it. Now listen,
it's a system. They just want you to come back and need to do that because why? Why? It is a dog. The dog has got a cone on his head. He even told you why the stitches probably came out. Because of the cone.
No, I said that.
You told me he told you that.
No, that was my theory.
Anyway, do it right the first time. And then we don't have to go back and give you more money.
I was going to say, I assume they did it for free?
No. $300.
I mean, honestly, it could have been worse, but that's still really fucked up that they made a mistake and now you have to pay for it.
Well, but we can't prove that they made a mistake because I've never done surgery on a dog.
But
it's a dog, how hard could it be? What did they do? You said there's a growth in the dog. What did they literally do? They sliced a hole and took it out.
Yeah, and you couldn't miss.
Wouldn't you guess that's what you would have to do?
Yeah, I mean, if I had to perform surgery on a dog, this is the easiest surgery I could have possibly performed.
But also, if you are stitching it up now instead of using staples, clearly that's the method that is going to work. Start with that.
I don't know.
Well, I agree. It's not like they're like, well, we could do stitching, which is the right thing to do and the thing that promotes the most healing. Or we could just take a very clear shortcut and just staple it like it's a warm paper from the printer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking so annoying.
Anyway, yeah. It would look cool, though. Like, it looked like... And there's a lot of Halloween decorations and stuff going up around here, so it was just, like, sort of blending in with the usual menagerie in front of me. But it was, like, you could see his muscles and stuff.
Oh, when it was open.
Fucking gross.
That is really gross.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
okay, we're moving on from that. Sorry, I really can't handle it. Really can't handle that.
And then Rachel had to take our son to the hospital yesterday because we thought he was, I don't know what. It was nothing. But anyways, he's fine. But Rachel, they've perfected the barf bag.
You just gave away too much.
Oh, sorry.
This was supposed to be a guessing game, and you ruined it.
Oh shit! I didn't.
Okay, my guess is barf bag.
Yeah, fucking hell. Here we are.
Sorry.
Thanks, Jason.
I thought you wanted to show off how great it was.
Oh, did she bring a prop here?
Yeah, and I was going to get you to guess.
Guess what that thing
what
is.
You
guess
thought
what that is.
This was. Okay.
Could it be a barf bag?
Yes, aka a vomit condom.
Is that what that is literally made for?
That's a barf bag.
Yes, and I had never seen these before. And
I am going to ask you to stop playing with it. It's a very annoying sound right in my ear hole.
See, that's the fiber. You can hear it
Finally.
so clearly. Anyway, sorry.
I was very impressed because as a person who gets airsick, this is nice. You put it over your mouth. You don't have it would be more comfortable.
Yeah.
What is that, like an Amazon Prime Day? How did we get these?
You go to Emerge. You go to Emerge and they have them when you walk in. And he used one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great here.
Right.
Sam Carlisle was on the show a long time ago.
Yeah, speaking
friend
of
for a
him,
while.
he was disparaging Skeets and my pickleball playing. But go on.
Oh,
okay.
no.
He's very good with a racket. No offense.
No,
Even though
I know he's one of those tennis dudes.
Is he a
He played
squash guy?
squash. He
I knew
played
he was
squash.
squash. You
Yeah,
can
he
tell he's
played
a squash
squash.
guy.
He's,
I don't
he,
know why.
he had the gall to call pickleball a backyard game. Oh, you must have a very nice backyard, mister.
Somebody
Good job,
was-
Sam. Good job. You got him, buddy. You got him.
Yeah.
You put him in a terrible mood. And now I have to deal with it, but you got him. Well, he went viral on Twitter for a tweet about like, I'm not going to try to recreate the tweet, but it was basically pointing to the fact that he has a puke bowl.
Oh.
But the bowl is not dedicated for puking. It's like, just a bowl, big metal bowl. And sometimes they put it by the kid's bed if the kid's puking.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's got popcorn in it.
Okay.
So my question is, did you... And it became viral because people were like, shit, now that I think about it, we also had a puke bowl. Like, was that a thing you had in your house?
Puke bowl?
I'd have the garbage can
Yeah.
near me.
Yeah, we were just a garbage can house, too.
Yeah. I think growing up,
People
I
out
think it
there-
was a bucket.
Using bowls.
It's a straight up bucket.
I tried to say, hey, go get the dog's bowl, put it in the dishwasher, and we were going to use it again. And Jason was like, no.
Yeah,
So
because we were using a regular household bowl for one of the dog's dishes for like months. And then finally it was like, okay, well,
why are you okay with eating out of a puke bowl?
no.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not.
All right.
Good. Well, have a dedicated place to puke. That's all we're saying.
Wait, so this bowl had been puked in.
Yeah, it's
Washed.
just in the rotation.
Oh, okay.
It's just in the bowl rotation.
But it was never, it was like a just in case, this bowl is expendable. It was like, nope, this is a vessel for vomit and for anything else.
I would just
and then it
Wash
gets
it.
washed. Look,
I would
the
rewash it.
absolute truth is, if you put a bowl in a dishwasher, it's going to be disinfected.
That's right.
Oh, I'm with you. It's still
You're not
gross.
going to
though.
know.
I'll
Well, mentally it's gross, but
yeah.
physically it's
So
not
that's
gross.
it for me though. Like mental is half of it. So
Like a chamber pot, would you eat out of that?
Would I eat out of a thing that I just shat in? No.
If it went through the
that's pretty
dishwasher.
simple.
If it went through the dishwasher.
hold on.
Interesting question. Interesting question you're asking me. No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, crock turns into a crock pot.
But puke is not poop. I mean,
Yeah.
It's
they're
still,
both gross, obviously. But I would, if I know they're both being washed and disinfected, I'll take the thing I puked in
Yeah.
over the other one every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wise.
Did
Thank
you?
you.
This is a stupid question that never occurred to me. Would you shit in a chamber pot?
Well, you'd put it under
If
your
I had
bed,
to.
and if you didn't,
What do you mean? Would I? Am
Like
I living in
back-
1300s
Yeah.
Pisa?
That's what I'm talking about.
What else
yeah.
would you shit in?
Well,
What else would I do?
I guess.
Go out into the cold night to the outhouse?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Because
I'm living
it's-
on like the 12th floor of the castle, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? Anytime anyone envisions themselves living in a different time period, they're like in the castle when chances are you're like dead in a field
Right.
somewhere, or you're like living in a grass hut or something like
Yeah.
that. In which case it's easier to just go outside, I suppose.
Right.
But for me, I'm in the
that's what saying.
castle. I'm in the castle. I
You're in
can't
the
I can't
castle.
go outside the walls of the castle because then I'm open to my enemies.
Right. I guess. I'm just like, I guess it just never occurred to me that you would shit in the chamber pot, and then so in the middle of the night you take a dump,
Yeah.
and then you would just go back to bed, and you got
Smell it all
like you
night.
got like a raw turd sitting in your bedroom.
No, you dump it. There
Dump
was
it
like,
where?
Throw it out the
Well, this-
window into the street.
Yeah, the
Off
same
the
way that we
12th
have.
floor of the castle.
Yes! The same way we have a garbage chute in a high-rise building.
Yeah.
There's one tube that goes from,
Yeah.
floor 30 all the way down.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Ew.
And
Heads
they
up.
have those in the castles.
For shit specifically.
Yes! What are you doing?
I mean,
These were very advanced people, okay? They thought that all diseases could be cured by throwing leeches on you. But they were very advanced in their architecture.
yeah.
Bombs away.
Okay. I know that I've heard of stories in medieval times of like people throwing shit out the windows. That I understand. I just
Well, yeah. I mean, look, these people had the fucking Black Death.
Yeah.
Like hygiene not high on their list of things. I'm sure that the rampant shit in the streets and no soap on hands was not.
Yeah.
You know, I went to a concert last night, and the guy taking my ticket clearly had pink eye. It could not be more clear.
Respect.
And I was like,
you gotta go to work.
Work ethic.
gotta go to work, huh? Like, no sick days here in America. And I was like, luckily that we'd exchanged no physical items. Like,
Yeah.
the ticket was on my phone. I just showed it to him. But it's like, bleh.
Well, it happens.
You know, I go to a concert, I get pink eye?
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
Why not? Because, why not?
What do you mean? You're acting like you had a ticket, like a physical ticket.
No, I didn't have a physical ticket, but I was still, like, walked right up to his little station, you know? Then I look at him, and how did I know he had pink eye? Because one of his eyes was fucking closed shut. And it was pink all around it, and, like, bad, and...
It's not like Medusa. You're not going to look at him and get pink eye.
Yeah, I mean, I think you have to.
I might. If I start seeing discharge, then you shouldn't be inside.
Discharge is
Talking
a
to the
gross
public.
word.
Yeah.
Discharge.
Yeah, that's why I used it, because it's discharge.
Fair enough.
Not the good kind where you fake an injury to get out of Vietnam. You know, like bad discharge.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about something more gross than that. The good discharge.
So
Yeah.
this guy had pink eye in 2024. Imagine in 1224.
Oh,
There's
he'd be
the amount
dead.
of pink eye going around.
Keep both eyes sealed shut.
Took a dump in my bedroom last night. That was a mistake.
He got hit in the face with the stuff flying out the window. That's what
so
happened.
much pink
Yeah,
eye.
probably. Oh, now I want to rub my eye. Fuck.
Your
Stop
iris
touching
is
your
quite
eyes.
flushed today, sire. That'd be a fun game, like diseases that we know they for sure had in the Middle Ages, and like what they probably called them and how they thought, like what they thought it was. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
How they
Like,
treated them.
you didn't give your full tithe to the church, Sir Gowan.
Sir
That is why
Gowan?
you have loose Sir Gowan of Canada.
Yes.
Sir Gowan of
Criminal
Criminal
Minds.
Mind. Hey, Gowan.
Is all I ever had.
got to make a comeback.
Oh,
yeah.
my God. I would see Gowan in a fucking heartbeat. Although I think he goes by Lawrence Gowan now, whatever his first name is.
So mature.
Larry Gowan.
Larry.
Yeah, it's like a reverse John Cougar Mellencamp.
Yeah.
No, I guess it's the same thing. He's like, my name used to sound cool. It's just Gowan. What does that even mean?
like
Is that your
Cher.
name? I mean, it is your name, but just Gowan. Now I've gone to Larry Gowan. I call myself Larry Gowan now.
Yeah. It took all the mystique out of that band name. We're like, well, wow, what a cool name.
He probably doesn't have the same fancy hairdo.
So,
We're talking about a Canadian from what, the 80s.
80s for sure. I've
80s
seen him in
musician.
concert. I saw him at.
Oh, I have seen him too.
Oh, hey. Shout out
And
to us.
let me tell you this: he's a strange animal.
He certainly.
Go look up the song "Strange Animal" and tell me that's not a bop, as the kids would say.
Oh, fucking-
Go look up a song called "Cosmetics." Is that what it's called?
Cosmetics, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's actually a great song. He had quite a run there. Criminal Minds, Pff, awesome song. Criminal Mind, I guess. Minds is Michelle
Hey,
Pfeiffer.
can I use this as a segue to talk about another old band that I saw last night?
Yeah, sure.
Where I almost got
Oh.
pink eye. Okay, do you know the band Big Star?
I've heard of it.
Okay, you've heard of it, right? It's kind of like your favorite band. They were active from like 71 to, I don't know, 75.
Okay.
Only released 3 albums, and it's a
Yeah.
classic, like the record company, blah, 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 bought by someone else, and blah, 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 never comes out, and then the 3rd album gets scrapped because it changes hands and blah. But anyway, the 2 main singers, one is named Alex Chilton, and the other guy is Chris Bell.
Oh,
Chris Bell,
Alex Chilton, I know. Yeah, of course.
yeah, you know Alex Chilton,
Yeah.
right? Has a Replacement song named after him. But it's basically like REM, The Replacements, Teenage Fan Club. Like, they all cite Big Star as, like, their biggest influence.
Okay.
And Chris Bell, one of the other lead singer, died, I think, at 27. It's a very tragic story. Alex
Yeah.
Chilton's long dead at this point, but I think he lived until his late 50s. Anyway, so this show was the 50th anniversary of their second record, I believe.
Yeah.
And so it's the original drummer.
Okay.
It's Mike Mills from REM.
Yeah.
It's Pat Sansone from Wilco, and then it's a guy from this 90s power pop band called the Posies. Anyway, so they reunite and they're touring and they're playing these old Big Star songs. So I say all this
they're
to
going
say
under Big Star, but only the drummer is from Big Star.
Yeah, well, the other guys are all dead, so it's not like
fair enough. I'm just
they're
just
paying
asking.
tribute to it.
Okay.
This is the oldest crowd in a club, at least. Like it's a 500-person club. Like if you had an Eddie Bauer shirt you were waiting to wear for a special occasion, you wore it last night.
Yeah.
I posted a picture on my Instagram, half because I wanted to take one single picture, the other half I wanted to see if people would notice. Not a single phone. There was not a single phone raised.
You were the one.
Night.
You were the one.
I was the only one.
How civilized.
Damn.
People were self-policing if anyone was whispering. First of all, everyone was only whispering, no talking, no chompers, as we say in the biz. But if anyone would talk, shh. They wanted to hear their band. It always makes me laugh. Like if a band has the words rock and roll in a song, and they say people go like, "Woo, yeah!" They cheer when they hear the words rock and roll.
Sure.
My main takeaway from this show was, oh, by the way, In the Street, Big Star wrote that song from That 70s Show, Hanging Out Down the Street.
Yep.
It's not their version, but that September Girls, probably their biggest hit, 13 often covered. Anyway, the cliche, you'll understand it when you're older, is unfortunately very true.
Yeah.
And I was just having all the feels, because you rarely go to a rock show where your prevailing sentiment the entire time is, wow, I'm just so happy for them. Because the drummer, he was like, holy shit, in 1972, he's like, I'm going to be a fucking rock and roll star. This is it.
Yeah.
And then he goes to boom, complete obscurity. I don't know how he made money or what he did after that, but no demand. Right. And then the idea that 50 years later, this music slowly gains an audience and gains importance in the world. And some of the biggest names in rock music are shouting out your band as a seminal influence. And 50 years later, you're playing to a sold out, adoring audience. And just that idea of I could see on his face that you can't take anything for granted. This is it's and then on the Mike Mills from REM, who they played fucking stadiums, and he's playing a 500-person show, but just how excited he was to do it, to pay tribute to this band and how they influenced his life, and now he's kind of paying it forward for them. It was really kind of beautiful, to be honest.
Nice.
That's great.
Yeah, the band sucked. The band, just I want to be clear about that. The band was terrible. No, they were good. But it was a very nice show.
Were there any dip-ins to any of the other catalogs, like Posies or REM? Or
No.
Nope.
No, they played Big Star songs, and they played some Chris Bell solo stuff.
Okay.
Like I said, he died when he was 27 in a car accident, and then he had an album posthumously released that's considered a classic called I Am the Cosmos. Look that up.
Okay.
It's an amazing album. Anyway, so sad, and they were sharing stories, and it was really touching. I mean, I fucking cried.
Nice.
I cried when they played 13, a song that was very important to me, it was very affecting.
Wow. Best concert you've seen in a while, I would imagine.
I wouldn't say that.
The most touching, maybe?
It was very touching. Like I said, it was just a feeling that I've never had at a concert before. I've never looked at the band and been happy for them. I've been fuck you guys, living the dream. Groupies backstage. All right, if you want to support the show, what would you say the best way to do that would be, JD?
Well, I would say take part in Ostentatious October.
Oh, okay. Great idea.
I mean, I saw some complaints in the Discord that I suggested telling 31 friends for every day of the month of October.
Yeah, one per day. Yeah.
One per day.
It's ambitious.
And the Discord folks are saying, we don't know that many people.
That's a lot of people.
Do I know 31 people?
I guess you do. I don't.
Yeah, I know 31 people.
I'm willing to accept this. Tell one person 31 times.
Okay.
Till they finally relent.
when you get an Instagram ad for a t-shirt, you don't buy it the first time, but you click over, you look at, how much is it? What's, what are the size specs on this?
Yeah.
Wear them down.
You go, you see what the chest is. You don't know what they're measuring. I've never known.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're measuring all the way around. Sometimes it's just across. But you take it, you're like, 32 inches. Oh, that'll fit great. No, and whatever. It's no bearing on how the shirt's going to fit. Why am I saying all that? Oh, right. Because it's the second and the third and the fourth and the fifth time you see that ad pop up there.
Right.
It breaks you down. And finally you're like, let's just get this t-shirt.
Right. And that's
So tell the same person 31 times.
Yeah, okay. That's
Then
fine.
they'll block your number and that'll be it. We won't be your friend
Well,
anymore.
that's your problem, not our problem, to be honest. Well, another way you could support the show is you go to patreon.com/isthisgood.
Oh, yeah. That's probably the even better way to do it.
Yeah. Hey, could you go in and edit dollar signs into your eyes when you have the realization?
Ching. Yeah.
Like a slot machine kind of thing?
Just fucking
you
spent
can get ad-free
$300 on a
episodes.
goddamn stitching job.
Yeah, that's right. And look, we're too proud. We're not going to put up a GoFundMe for JD's dog.
No.
No, we're going to learn that the next time we say to the vet, stitches, no fucking staples. Thank you.
Right.
Yeah, because that's what
go to
goes over very well, just telling somebody how to do their job.
I don't want staples.
Professionals do seem to love that
They do
from
love
in my experience. Yeah. If you want to support the show, you go to patreon.com/isthisgood. Why do you do that? Why do you do that? Because you get ad-free episodes. You get access to the thriving community on Discord.
Yep.
There's a book club.
Yep.
There is a Georgia O'Keeffe art appreciation thread that we will be starting. There are exclusive episodes every month. You know what I'm having to do? Because you took a lot of listener questions or reader emails from my precious inbox.
I was worried about this.
Now you left me with the wreckage of going through and writing back to these people.
Oh, yeah, I guess I should have wrote back. Yeah, you're right.
It would have been,
Yeah.
if you start something, complete it. But, whatever.
You're right. You're right.
I'm having to give them the link, the private link to that episode. Because I'm like, I don't know if they know about the Patreon. They missed out. Now, I shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
But I am because I'm nice.
That's very
Because they
nice of you.
contributed something to the show.
Yeah, you're right. You're
But
right.
what I'm trying to say is subscribe so you can hear the Patreon episodes so you don't miss anything.
Yeah.
You don't want to be a loser that gets left out. Now, we're also discussing the next hangout, which unfortunately is going to be later in October because our schedules are just not lining up, JD. You're globetrotting.
Yeah, I'm globetrotting. I'm going to New York for a brief trip. Yeah. So that is on the globe. Last time I checked.
That's right. So we're looking at October 22nd.
Is that opening night of the NBA season?
I wouldn't know. Someone that's been in the NBA podcasting world for 20 years should know that. But
Yeah, I think
me, I'm out of the game.
Yeah, it's around.
Well, what do you
then.
care? Well, you're not watching it anyway.
Hey, you're right. Because I'm going to be.
Oh,
hanging
but I
out
guess
with the
our
peons.
some of our audience will be watching it. Okay, we'll look into that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And of course, send topics for future shows to isthisgoodpod@gmail.com. And don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Fucking YouTube, you guys were going crazy on the Joker, the Is This Bad show that we did.
I was
There's
going
there's
crazy.
a lot of production in that episode.
Yes, there is. Yes,
a lot of
that's right.
clips, so you're missing out.
I was cutting all weekend. It was fun. It was fun, though. I enjoyed it.
I want to say something about Joker 2, but I'm not going to just for spoilers. But
Okay,
anyway.
just
Well, it bombed. We can say that, can't we?
It fucking bombed. Yeah, people hated it. People rejected it. Have you heard about this cake thing? This cake controversy?
Cake the band?
No.
Don't scare me.
Good question. No. It's not about whether something is or is not cake. It was a cake controversy, though.
Okay, go on.
Okay, so this guy, his name's Ryan. He, I guess, is some kind of influencer. And he posts this video of him making a giant 15-layer cake for his friend's birthday.
Okay.
This is his thing. It's your birthday coming up. Boom, I got you. I'm making a big-ass cake for you and all our friends.
Okay.
He says the cake takes him like 5-6 hours to make. Mm-hmm. He estimated it's worth hundreds of dollars.
Okay.
He said the cake was at least twice the size of his head. A unit of measurement I wish we'd stop using. All heads are different.
That's true.
As evidenced by the fact that when you buy a fitted hat, it's not one size fits
They
all.
have different sizes for sure. Yeah.
Also as evidenced by the fact that when you buy another hat, they have the little clippy things that you can clip it to your size.
I got so burned on that.
I did well.
On a fitted cap?
No, on an adjustable cap that was also small. Like, it was a small adjustable cap. So I'm like,
and it didn't fit you?
I put it on. I was like, why is this? Like, I had it on. It's it was stretched to the limit. The adjustable thing
Fits me.
I was like, yeah, and it fits Rachel. So she got a new hat.
It isn't. I mean, surely the hat is adjustable, but like, you don't want to wear a hat where it's on the last dot.
No.
That looks fucking weird, right?
It does.
How many dots do you need to be in? You almost
3.
need to be out on par.
And
you don't want to go the other way, right?
No.
Where the top flap is sticking way out over the back flap.
You're right.
That looks weird too. They say it's adjustable, and it is, but in practice, it's not really. There's only 3 to 4 notches on either side you can play with.
It's true. And well, okay, so that makes sense. Like make them different sizes of the adjustable hat, but
If your hair gets too big, you need to adjust it.
But here's the thing, like I had the hat in my hand, like I bought it at a store, and I was too shy to put it on. To try it on.
You got to.
I know.
You were scared to try on a hat in a store?
Yeah, I don't know. It was a Lululemon, so I felt very self-conscious about it.
You were like, "Oh, are they going to think my head is fat?"
Yeah, kinda. And anyways, yeah. So I was like, "Oh, it's adjustable, no problem. That's a one-sizer." Anyways, I derailed your story. Continue.
No, I think this is important. This is important that they're head shaming you.
Yeah, yeah. Is it weird to take a hat into a change room?
Oh my
try it
God!
on?
Yes.
Why
it's
can't you
very weird.
Because, well, it's not that I'm embarrassed, like, to put it on or anything, but I don't know. It's kind of like underwear in a way. You know what I mean? Like,
no, it's actually the exact opposite of underwear because everyone sees your face and your head all the time.
I mean, like putting on a hat that I don't know.
Well, you have a hang up because the smell of dirty hair makes you freak out.
Yeah,
it's just
I
gross.
don't like it. I don't freak out. But
You can smell a hat and go.
He has
someone's cooked here.
I wash my hats almost after every wear. Almost.
Oh my God, this is the craziest thing about you. You're gonna wash that hat today?
Yeah, probably.
He has such a strong sense of smell. Like, I'm like, oh my God, do I have COVID? Because I can't smell anything that you're smelling. Like, what is going on?
So he's just like, Rachel, it's gonna rain in about 3.5 hours.
Pretty much. Or get in the shower, bitch. You are ripe. No, he would never say that.
You should see him at the airport. The cops are putting a leash on him.
That's right. I'm like, you better check the guy three behind me here because he's got something going on in there.
I have to admit, I'm even doing the thing, like, you know, how we all become our fathers kind of thing.
Yeah.
I have complained in the past that my father has changed, like, a shirt just in the middle of a clothing store. Like, there's a line for the changing booths. I could justify it as saying there's a line for the changing booths and he doesn't want to wait in it, but that's not it. He just like, well, I'm here. And he'll just take his t-shirt off and put on another t-shirt.
Wow.
And I found myself doing that very thing in a Uniqlo not long ago because in my case, I did try to go to the thing. I'm not an animal. Right. But there was a long line and I was like, I think I could just sneak into this not oft used underwear aisle and change in it.
Right.
And so I did, and it was fun.
Like completely topless.
Topless.
Yeah.
Well, because you can't put the t-shirt over a t-shirt. That's not going to give you an accurate sense of it.
Yeah,
fitting.
I know.
Where were we on this?
Yeah. I hear you.
Oh, heads. Don't tell us it's twice the size of your head. We don't know what that means.
Yeah. Continue.
Okay.
Continue with the cake story.
Now, I should also just say the human head does weigh 8 pounds. That's
universal.
Across the board.
I think you can.
I don't know. That's what Jerry Maguire. That's what little Jonathan Lipnicki told me.
You get that on a scale. There's grams. There's gram differences.
Jonathan, where are you, Jonathan Lipnicki? We got Haley Joel Osment's around. We know where he is.
Yeah.
Lipnicki.
He's back.
What happened to you, buddy? What happened to you? Okay, so he makes this very fancy hundreds of dollars cake. It's twice the size of his head.
15 layers, you said.
15 layers, and he's bringing it to this fancy steakhouse where him and 11 other friends, 12 people total, are going for this friend's birthday. Bada bing, bada boom, the great meal ends. He's going to bring out the cake, they're going to sing, and he's going to cut up the cake for them, and it's going to be a lovely coda to this meal.
Okay.
First problem, the steakhouse says, we cannot let you cut your own cake because it is a hazard.
Okay.
A steakhouse where they have steak knives on the table.
Right. Yeah.
Imagine if they told you. Now, I don't want to have to say this, but if Kamala Harris gets elected, we are looking at a world where they don't let you cut your steak in a steak restaurant.
Wow. Okay.
Couldn't you see
Absolutely.
a right-wing person literally like saying that? Because they're always like, well, if she wins, that's the end of beef. We're not gonna have any beef anymore.
So hold on. So okay.
And the beef that's left, they won't let you cut it. They're going to take it back there, and they're going to bring you the gristliest pieces. Anyway, so they say it's a safety hazard to cut the cake. So that we got to bring the cake back into the kitchen. We'll cut it, and we'll bring it out for you. Right? And they do this. And the guy takes a picture of the slices that they're handing out. 12 slices, and he says they're like millimeters wide. They're tiny. Okay. And he does a little mental math in his head as this master baker that he is, a real Peter Sawkins, if you will.
Yeah.
And he says, there's no way that this is maybe half the cake. Maybe half the cake.
Oh, wow.
So they finish eating the cake, and they go, thank you for the lovely meal. Would you mind bringing the rest of the cake out? They say, rest of the cake? What are you talking about? He's like, what are you talking about? The rest of the cake. This is half the cake.
Yeah.
I'd like to take the rest of the cake that I made home. They're like, there's no cake left.
Oh my God.
He's like, so this is the whole cake that's twice the size of my head. They're like, yes. So he goes on, TikTok and for me, Instagram. So this story could be 7 years old for all I know. And he puts them on blast. He doesn't say the name of the restaurant, but he shares pictures. So very quickly people know that it's this fancy steakhouse in Manhattan called Quality Meats.
Okay.
And people start Yelp bombing them. They're like, y'all are cake stealers. Y'all are cake thieves.
Wow.
1 star, cake thieves.
Wow.
And so the company goes into damage control mode, and they reach out to the guy. They're like, hey, we'll give you, free dinner, Jesus. Just call off the dogs. But here's what they say. A representative for Quality Meats told today the news show, quote, we have referenced security footage of the kitchen that evening and can ensure that our staff did not eat any of the birthday cake. They added that the restaurant attempts to estimate the number of slices per guest with a buffer in case anyone wants more. The restaurant did in fact have 2 slices left and further stated, quote, while we acknowledge that we failed to pack up the remaining 2 slices, the accusations that the staff ate the cake are completely false. Let me say this sounds like horse shit to me.
100%.
Because notice how they're saying slices. You could slice a cake into 2.
Yeah.
And say that's 2 slices.
That's true. Mm-hmm. That's
So
absolutely right.
2 slices could very well be half the cake, as this man suspects.
Right.
And then they didn't eat it? What did they do with it then? They lost it? The security footage shows them cutting the cake. There's 2 slices left. And then what? What happens on the security footage?
Right.
The Ratatouille mouse comes along, takes it away.
Show the footage.
Yeah. I mean, anyone who works in a restaurant or has worked in a restaurant knows that it's both. They cut the cake for fucking whatever reason. It's a ridiculous reason what they gave. And then that cake got devoured in the hutch by staff, right? Like, oh my God.
Because they're like, wow, this cake looks really good.
Yeah. And then I almost guarantee that the server went back there and was like, okay, where's the rest of the cake? The guy wants it back. It was like literally crumbs falling off of their faces. Like, I don't know. Like we would inhale food that was just sort of left back there.
But they could very well have thought staff brought it in to share.
Oh yeah,
because like it's not on the menu.
Totally.
Who brings a giant homemade cake?
Maybe it's
to
the
a
people
restaurant?
coming to our restaurant to celebrate birthdays and other life events.
Yeah.
But who does that? I
A
mean,
lot of people.
Who
That's
does
good.
that? You've never brought a cake to a restaurant?
No.
Maybe I haven't either.
I mean, I'm sheltered, but no.
Seems like a lot
But
of
you
work.
know it's done. I
Yeah,
mean,
but
because the restaurant's not going to have a birthday cake on this. It's not going to be like, creme brulee, churros, entire birthday cake with your name on it.
Couldn't they have thought that it was like a staff member bringing it to celebrate someone else's birthday? And we're like, oh, because people bring food to share, like, and go at it, and it was an accident?
Oh, that's what I think probably happened. But also, this whole thing of, well, we got to cut the cake, it's all meant as a deterrent to bring in cakes, right?
Yeah, because they probably charge you, too. They charge you.
Oh, that makes sense.
Every place I've been to, in the same way that you can bring your own bottle of wine to most restaurants, but they will charge you a corkage fee, $40, $60, whatever it is. They will also charge you probably $2-3 a head, or $4 a head, $5 a head if you bring your own dessert, because they say, well, we're storing it, we're refrigerating it, then we're cutting it, we're presenting it, you're using our plates, and you're not ordering our dessert, so we're charging you money for that.
I don't really have a problem with that.
Yeah, you're staying for probably another hour.
Yeah, you're taking up the table. You're not charging as much as 12 desserts would have been, if they bought them a la carte. Yeah. So there's all of that, right? So that's
this place ate the cake. That's all.
They ate it. Of course they ate it, and
it was delicious.
I'm sure it was an accident, though.
Well, all they had to do was say, sorry, we ate the cake. Like, that would have been better. Like, it would have been better for them to say,
yeah, sorry, we ate the cake.
Yeah.
And you know what? And just make it into just be like, honestly, it was so fucking good.
Yeah.
Would you like a job here? We're going to fire our pastry chef.
That's right. Yeah.
No, you seriously, you go back and say, oh my God, I'm so sorry. The staff ate the cake. They said it was amazing. Would you like a free gift certificate?
Yeah.
Or, whatever.
Yeah. We fucked up.
But you don't pretend this man knows cake proportions. Because you know what else I'm scarred by? All these videos I see on Instagram. I don't know if you've seen them, but it's like a pizza maker. A guy works at a pizza restaurant.
Yeah.
He pulls the 16-inch pie out of the oven. Then he cuts a strip down the middle. Then he eats the strip, and then he pushes the pie together and then cuts it into quarters. You can't tell.
Interesting.
Wow. What a scam.
That guy must be starving. You know what? I'll share my pizza with you if you're that hungry.
Kids out there, measure your pizzas. Measure your pizzas when they come. So anyways, I'm just saying. Now, I wanted to tell you the story also because it reminded me that I was similarly taken advantage of in the cake department. There was a man that I lived with when we were in college together, JD. Okay. I shall not say his name. You know this person that I speak of. And now me and this person were friends, but also
I know this
we had a love-hate relationship. And when we lived together, especially by year 2, we were on each other's nuts a lot because he didn't know how to live alone in terms of cleanliness, dishwashing, keeping up with the house. And so a lot of that fell to me, and it built up resentment, as it tends to do in a roommate relationship. And we were coming up on October, so the school year had just started. My birthday, October 22nd, potentially the date of the hangout. Oh. And I don't mind. I'm willing to do that for our PHAMs.
Time to celebrate.
And he could tell I was already getting annoyed with him.
Right.
And so my birthday comes up, and he figures, you know what? I can't do the things he wants me to do in terms of cleaning the house and basic maintenance. But what I can do is I'll do something nice for him. So he goes out to Baskin Robbins, buys me a ice cream cake. And, they write my name on it in frosting.
Aww,
right? Happy birthday, sweet. Matt. Very sweet. He brings it home. He opens it, gives it to me sheepishly. I'm like, how could I stay mad at this guy? He loved a grand gesture. I was like, he goes out, buys me an ice cream cake, which I love. It's got my name on it. Yeah. Beautiful. Now he hands it to me as I'm going out. And he is going out later that night.
Yeah.
And we're not to the same place. I probably wasn't celebrating my birthday. It was probably the day before or something. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I can't resist having a bite of this cake before. So I just cut a little sliver out of the cake and I just eat it. I'm like, fuck, goddamn, that's good. Put it back in the freezer. I'm like, I have the best drunk food to eat when I come home.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Okay. So I go out, I get a little sauced up, as one does in college.
Sure.
I come home, I open that freezer, I'm salivating. The freezer is empty. I go, oh, okay, no problem. He, classic. This guy would take out the cake, have a bite, and then put it back in the fridge. Now it's going to be melty, but whatever. I'm drunk. I don't give a shit. Open the fridge. It's not in the fridge either. Where is this fucking cake? So I call him. Doesn't pick up. I call him again. I call him a third time. I'm like, I don't know what time it is, but I'm like, I gotta know. I'm drunk and I need to know what happened to my cake. Mm-hmm. He picks up, groggy. Hello? I'm like, is everything okay? I'm like, not really. Oh my God, what's wrong? What happened to the cake? Oh yeah, the cake. What did you do with the cake, man? Oh, I took it and brought it to my girlfriend's house.
Wow.
What?
So he had taken the cake that he bought me hours before, and I go, why would you do that? Like, it's sort of insane getting so angry about a thing you didn't even have,
Right.
3 hours ago, and you didn't pay for it, but it just incensed me.
It literally had your name on it.
No,
It literally had my name.
That is insane behavior.
No.
That is
So
insane.
he said, you left, and I opened the freezer and I looked at the cake, and there was a slice taken out of it, so I thought you had what you wanted. And then I brought over my girlfriend, so she was having people over.
Oh my God.
And I was like, you bring me that cake back! You bring me that cake back tomorrow! He's like, yeah, the thing about that is there's no more cake.
What?
And it was just, what could I do? It was just, I went to bed, and that was just another data point in like, I can't be roommates with this guy, but it was October.
That is insane behavior. Like, what an empty gesture. I bought a cake to give you one slice?
Well,
Like, is that what he's thinking? Like, what the fuck?
Yes. Well, I think he was thinking whatever is expedient for me in the moment. In the moment, it's expedient for me to get you this cake to get on your good side, and now it's expedient for me to bring it to my girlfriend's house.
Oh my God.
Anyways, don't take things back once you've given them to someone.
Yeah, it's bad.
Especially if it's their birthday.
yeah.
We talked about you bring, let's say you bring a 6-pack over to someone's house.
Yeah.
You drink 3 bottles. Do you take the other 3 bottles back?
No.
No, you don't.
You
You
leave
leave them there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for me.
Okay. Great.
He's out.
That-
Bye.
That's it for me too.
Jeez.
Okay, Rachel, is that it for you?
I guess it feels a little wrong. That was quick and dirty the way you ended that story.
We're over an hour in.
It was the way you ended the story. I don't know. I felt like I needed a little
well,
padding.
that's
Oh, you need
It's
a
worth it.
palate cleanser.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
I
you-
feel icky. Don't take
Okay,
my
well,
cake.
consider this a little cuddle
Okay.
for the end of the show
Yes.
for you. Join us Monday for a new episode of Is This Good? It will feature the return of the mailbag. I think I might have said that last week, but it was a lie. Because we were desperate to try this new Is This Bad idea where we rewatched a movie that we didn't like to try to find things we liked about it, try to change our minds about it. We watched The Joker. We didn't succeed, but it was fun. So mailbag got delayed to this week coming up. Listen for that. And of course, email us isthisgoodpod@gmail.com so you can be part of the next mailbag. Subscribe everywhere. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Check us out on Patreon. This was JD, Matt, and Rachel reaching out from The Great Beyond. The Great Beyond, a song by R.E.M. Mike Mills, the bass player in R.E.M. Also the bass player in the Big Star tribute band that I saw last night. Wow, it's so great when it all comes full circle. Was that why we named the show The Great Beyond?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Probably not. We'll see you next week.
Bye.